Hello and welcome to a Not So Awesome review. Today we're looking at the SH Figuarts Spider-Man homemade suit version and Tamashi option act wall. That's what it says on the box. Yeah, so this figure, a little bit old, but we're still doing this. It's brought to you guys by AV Pop Shop. Check out their Instagram and the link in the description down below. And man, I have mixed feelings about this, mostly because it we don't really need this PC. It's cool. This wall thing is kind of cool, but we don't need it. That's one of the big things I gotta say here. It says like option act wall. You would think, oh well, is there a version without it? Yes, if you lived in Japan. The Japanese version didn't have this extra accessory. It was just the figure and his regular stuff. But for us over here in the U.S., they gave us this wall, kind of like they did with Star-Lord. Again, I believe there was a regular version, and then we got the one with the explosion effects, which they look cool, but it would be nice to have had the option to not buy it with that. Just save us a little money, or instead of making this wall, give us like a Peter Parker head, maybe 2 or 3 alternate heads. That's a lot of plastic. I'm just saying, it would have been cool. Now, the wall itself is pretty neat. You can stack it up in different ways. There's 2 long brick wall pieces and then 4 small ones that you kind of mix and match. This corner piece, a little corner piece that goes on the inside to help stabilize it. This longer piece that helps you kind of keep it balanced if you make it 3 stories tall. It comes with a display base with a couple of different options for that. You can see here that you can plug in to this part here, or if you want, you can actually, my bad, you can actually push these out on some of them, like part of the brick walls, and then attach the base through there. So it gives you a lot of options. I'm not going to really go through it too much. I know I should, but it's just, I don't like it that much. I mean, it's cool. It's a nice, I would almost say bonus if it wasn't for the fact that you are definitely paying for that piece. So it's okay, but I wish we had gotten accessories. We also get this little display thing. It's supposed to emulate the thing his belt does, when he turns it on. Here's the thing. Homemade suit version Spider-Man doesn't have that flashlight. So, posing with this guy, a little useless if you think about it. At least continuity-wise, it's a little useless because, again, that was from his other belt, and yeah, so I don't know what they were thinking on that one. Sorry about the focus, I just realized I had it on auto, so let's put that on manual. And yeah, let's just get into the figure itself, and that's where I'm going to focus most of the review on, because I don't want to review this thing and kind of give it an unfair thing just because I don't like it. It is okay. You can mix and match. You can make it taller or smaller. You can, like I said, take out pieces, and it gives you a lot of options. But I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, I don't like it because of this, this, and this, which I kind of just did. But give it like an unfair review because of that. Though this, I still think is kind of like why. I mean, technically, the Spider-Man didn't have it. It kind of shows that they just reused the pieces from the was it Tech Suit Spider-Man, and it's a little bit laziness on their side, but I mean it's cool, I guess, to have. I don't know. Anyways, he does come with a pairs of hands, a pair of fists, as you can see. He does come with them defaulted on the figure, so that's cool. A pair of whipping hands, which I'm gonna talk about that in a second because that just happened, and that's one kind of issue I have with it. But he has like whipping hands, a pair of those, and a pair of small ones that have 2 fingers open with 3 closed. I don't know why. I don't remember this happening. Maybe it did, but that's a thing. A pair of those, a pair of semi-open hands, as you can see here, for wall crawling and stuff. Some more slightly closed ones. Whoop, that flew out of my hand. So they are different. You can see, these are more wall crawling. These are more, I guess, posing type of hands. Like I said, pair of fists and a pair of these open hands that you can use to hold on to this web. So he's like web slinging, I guess, if you want to put it that way. It's cool. It holds on to this pretty tight. You can put it on either or side, left or right. And yeah, the web accessories, you can see they have this long one that he holds on to. This short one It's more like a shooting one, and then this longer one that I had on a second ago. But the problem is, uh, when you put it on, it goes on nice. I like the idea of it because it goes over and cups over the actual joint and everything, and it fits on there all nice. But when you go to put on the hand, that's where you run into the issue where the hand itself won't actually clip in all the way. It's loose. That's why it popped off so easy. What they should have done, and I'll just put this out there right now, they should have made this hole a little bit bigger on the thripping hands. Not the peg itself, but the actual opening around the peg so that it could have actually fit this through. Because one thing they're trying to do here is, here's the web swinging part, the part that shoots the webs out. You're going to want that facing like that coming out. But obviously, the way it's all shaped, it's going to, first of all, come out sideways. Second of all, it blocks it when you do it with the actual web swingers. My guess is that it should be like that because there's the actual piece, and this part is rotatable. That I'll give you guys that they did that. It's rotatable, so you can aim it and keep it even, like no matter what. So that's good. I love that. But this was executed badly, in my opinion. And another problem with it, they're see-through. I don't know why they're see-through. They should have been frosted white. I think that would have been like a really nice color because they're webs. They're not, maybe if they were real spider webs, you might want something clear. But for Spider-Man, I feel like they should have been frosted white. A little bit of a weird issue, but nonetheless, it's cool that it came with them, though not executed great, and I do feel like, they will pop off easy. You can make them work, but, like I said, they will pop off easy. Now, another thing they did here is for his hood, to take it on and off, you pull it back like that. You can see he has no hood on. You want him to have his hood down, you just pop this one on. I'm doing it that way. You probably should push it through the neck, but I'm just doing it that way because these things kind of get in the way. I feel like they could break easily. So it's a little floaty piece, kind of just floats around there. It's all right. It's nothing great. I think they could have probably done this better too. But yeah, I'm gonna say do it like that just because you don't want these to break, and I feel like they can if you're pushing it back and forward too much. Don't pop off the head because it'll make putting on this part of the hood anyway a little bit harder. And it doesn't really want to stick that good. You can see here, it kind of wants to fall off a little bit. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. Like, I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. I'm going to take this off for the rest of the review. It doesn't really hinder articulation much, but I'm just going to take it off for convenience sake. Anyways, let's get on to the articulation, and then we'll get on to a sculpt work and stuff, just because why not? So, articulation-wise, his head can move up about that much thanks to his neck, which isn't bad, but for Spider-Man figure, I feel like he should be able to look up more. Now, if you move his abdomen back and everything, he can look up a very good amount, but still, I wish it could go just a little bit more, because I tried getting it into like an open, like Spider-Man, like legs wide kind of pose, arm down, thing looking up, and it's alright if he's looking downwards, but he can't really look up, so I kind of wish they had made it so it could look up just a little bit more, and I would have been happy about that. Now he can look left and right fine. He can pivot side to side from the neck, plus from the head, which is great. So aside from not being able to look up great, his head motion in every other direction is great. I mean, looking down, that is really good, and that's all thanks to the neck joint too. Now the arms, I feel like, were another missed opportunity here. Just they get in the way. The sleeves, the way they are done, get in the way too much. It has a butterfly joint, but can only go up that much because of the sleeves. So, we don't get as much movement as you would normally if there wasn't any sleeves, because the plastic here gets in the way. Same thing with his arm going up. His arm could go higher. The plastic sleeve gets in the way. It could rotate all the way around and look nice, but it has to come out like that when you do it because the sleeve gets in the way. So that's disappointing right there. His arm can go out that much. So it's straight. It's not bad. But for Spider-Man, it could be better. He has double jointed elbows, which are really good. Like I said, the web shooter part does swivel around, so if you want to rotate it to match the cuff and everything, or the bottom of his wrist, you can. His wrists can rotate all the way around, and they do have that hinge. Changing them is easy. Just pop them off and pop them back on. And definitely be careful because you don't want to break the peg on the actual hand. The joint up here can move back like I showed. Pretty good. That was a little bit of gappage, but I don't really mind that. Can move forward a pretty good amount. Can move side to side. Okay, not great, but it works. It's not the best. I wish you could move side to side a little bit more because, again, it's Spider-Man. This is a little floating piece right here for the bottom of his jacket, which would be great, but I mean, he can barely rotate left or right from his waist. Now, this could just be my figure here, but I don't know. I feel like it could be better. It does lean forward and back. Oh, that's actually really weird. It has like a hinge thing going on. So that looks really awkward. I didn't notice that. I don't think I tried it that hard before, but he has a hinge that lets him go forward even more. Um I don't know how I feel about that because that just looks awkward all the way around. I mean, aside from the giant gap, it pushes this plastic piece up so it's hiding the pockets and you can see through where the legs are. I don't think that was probably the best design. And it still kind of can't really rotate left and right. So, not the best waist. I don't know what they were thinking. You just saw. Legs are the newer figure art type of legs. You can kick up that much. Can't really kick back. Can kick out to the side that much. Double jointed knees that do really good. His foot can go up that much. He does have a hinge. Can go back that much. And he does have a nice angle pivot. So it's an alright articulated figure, but for Spider-Man, I don't know. I can't really seem to get it in great poses that I would want to. Now don't get me wrong. It's better than, let's say, the Marvel Legends, at least the tech suit one. I don't have the homemade suit Marvel Legends figure. I want it so I can complete that Build-A-Figure, but I don't know. I feel like they definitely didn't do the best job at it. It's decent, but for around, let's say, $80 to $90, depending on how much you pay for it, how much you find it for, I don't know. I feel like it could have been so much better. Uh, he's good, but he's not great, and I would think that more of a price tag around $50 would be better. Just the articulation is really weird. That weird hinge. The accessories are good. There are plenty of accessories, like the wall thing itself and everything like that. It's awesome and all. I'm not a fan of it, and I don't know, just something about this figure seems off. The fact that his webs don't stick on that well kind of sucks. I mean, you can make it work, but why should I have to make it work? It should just work. The way the hood is done isn't the greatest. I don't know, it doesn't look natural to me. But that could just, again, that's me, but I don't like it. Now, sculpt wise, the figure looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The sculpt on it is really nice. The wrinkles in the shirt, on the arms, on the legs, and everything look really nice. The jacket itself is really nice. The spider symbol on it is really cleanly done. The pockets, the zipper, you can even see where the little zipper pull down piece is right there. And yeah, he does have a peg opening back here so you can peg in the stand to his back. The web shooters are done really nice, but aside from that, I can't really honestly recommend this guy at retail price. Like I said, if you get him cheaper, then yeah, okay, why not? But for me, it's honestly not the greatest, and that's really hard to say coming from a Figuarts. I really like my Figuarts. I mean, don't get me wrong, the older ones weren't that great. They had issues, but for the most part, they were decent figures. Now it's been a while since Figuarts and Tamashii Nations, Bandai have been doing these, and it's kind of like, well, what you guys do here? I don't understand. Like this floating piece, I get it, but he can't really turn his waist side to side anyway. That weird hinge he has going on, I guess can help with some poses, but you would have to really angle him so you can't see the gap in the back. These arm pieces here with the sleeves, horrible. I mean, they're okay, they look nice, but they really interfere with the arm articulation. The hood pieces, I'll let that pass, though, again, could have been better. And the legs, they're all right, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, let's just get into some size comparisons and finish this review off. Here he is. Here he is standing next to an SH Figuarts Captain America from the Civil War wave. I guess it's an okay difference. I mean, Peter Parker is a little bit older in the movie, though. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Teenagers get taller, and I mean, he's not really a teenager in real life, so. Was that is that going to be as tall as he gets? I honestly have no idea. But yeah, they look pretty good together. This cap, as you can see, is posed really awkwardly. He has the older leg joints, and I don't know. I like him. The head sculpt is nice and all. I do like the figure, but man, I'm really hoping that the Infinity War Captain America is a lot better than this one. Because as much as I like this one, it's probably my only Marvel figure arts at the moment for a reason. And here he is standing next to the Marvel Legends, Homecoming Spider-Man, and Vulture. And the Spider-Man's a little bit taller than this one, and I gotta admit he doesn't look that great. He's a okay figure. This one definitely has a superior articulation. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on this figure. I think for what it is, it's not a bad figure. I think they did some really nice things. I think it's a really cool figure. Honestly, I like it. I like the vibrancy of his suit and everything, but I don't $90 like it. I don't $80 like it. I'm more like $40 to $50 like it, and that's kind of where the issue comes in. But we'll talk about that more in a second. And you can see next to the Marvel Legends Vulture, he looks pretty good. So scale wise, pretty much fits in. Yes, this one's a little bit taller, but when are you gonna have both of them out at the same time anyway, right? So under today, would I recommend this figure? The answer is yes and no. For regular price $80 to $90, which is what you're finding on Amazon at the moment, I can't honestly recommend it. If you can get it for maybe 50 to 60, it's better. Now here's the thing. You know, I like SH Figuarts. I really do. I think they do great figures. They've been getting better. The articulation on this guy, if it was anybody else, if it was Captain America, Black Widow, anybody else, I would say yes, this is a very solidly built figure. The joints on it are tight. The articulation on it isn't bad. But it is Spider Man, and I feel like Spider Man, unfortunately, has to meet some standards in articulation because he gets into certain poses that most action figures, most other characters don't, and this figure can't really achieve them. And trust me, I've tried. I've been messing with him, and I'm not having fun. I'm more frustrated than having fun posing this guy. Now, that said, he is not a bad figure by any means. He is a very nice, clean looking figure. All the joints on it are nice and tight. The hand accessories are great. The web accessories, although with the small issue of the hands not fitting on perfectly good when they're on, is still a cool bonus. The back base, still, I'm gonna say that was kind of useless, and so was the projection thing because you can't use it in this suit. But aside from that, it is a really nice figure, and he is definitely miles better than the Marvel Legends version. I don't know about the Mayfix one. I don't know if even Mayfix has a home suit version, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know a lot of people really seem to like it, so maybe look into that if you guys are considering on what to get. And then we do have the Mezco one coming out soon. I'm guessing the articulation isn't going to be that great, but I feel like aesthetically that figure is going to blow this one out of the water if you like soft goods. If you don't, then get this one for sure. But I don't know, it's really hard to recommend it. Like I said, it is a really good figure. For anybody else, any other character, I would be praising this thing and saying it is amazing. I highly recommend it. I mean, the head movement on it is really good. I really love all the ways he can look around with his neck and everything like that. But for Spider-Man, I cannot say that it is a great must-have. Buy it at retail price figure. I would say shop around, go on eBay, look for it cheaper. Be aware that there are people selling counterfeits for $20 on there, just so you guys know. There will be an Amazon affiliate link down below, but yeah, it's an alright figure. If you're not planning on doing crazy poses with it, I would recommend it. Otherwise, maybe wait around, see how the Mezco one does before making your decision. And yeah, that is my review for the Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit. I'm not gonna have a slideshow version at the end of this one, mostly because I'm not having fun posing him, and because I actually have a whole bunch of other videos to film. So I figured, well, I'm not having fun with this one, so I'm just gonna let it go this one time. I hope you guys don't mind. And yeah, anyways, that is my review for this figure. If you disagree with me, just go ahead, leave a nice comment and let me know why. Don't be mean like you're yeah, I don't like it. You did bad job with review. No, just let me know what you guys didn't like about this figure, why you guys did like this figure, and just a cool conversation. No yelling matches. Just saying, putting that out there in case anyone tries to like say, oh, the bad review. But yeah, anyways, once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.